Sunrise paints the window, another day, the same old gray. Another face in the mirror, gotta wash the anger away. Walking through the doorway, smile tacked on a fragile shield. Before the first damn word is spoken, the first sharp arrow's revealed. A sideways glance, a muttered tone, a joke that ain't a joke. You're standing on a landmine, trying hard not to get provoked. Know the taste of metal, blood and venom on my tongue. Gotta swallow down the fire, pretend the damage isn't done. Every nerve is screaming, every muscle's pulled up tight. Just bite it back, boy, bite it back, and walk into the night. Yeah, I'm biting my tongue so hard I'm seeing stars. It's true, but it's the only damn thing holding me from tearing through you. You talk to me like I'm a child, a fool who doesn't see the condescending poison in your every word to me. You steal the credit, shift the blame, you dance around the facts. You build yourself a kingdom on the breaking of our backs. And I just nod and take it, yeah, I play the silent part, while 1,000 angry hornets going crazy in my heart. And know the taste of metal, blood and venom on my tongue. Gotta swallow down the fire, pretend the damage isn't done. Every nerve is screaming, every muscle's pulled up tight. Just bite it back, boy, bite it back, and walk into the night. Yeah, I'm biting my tongue so hard I'm seeing stars. It's true, but it's the only damn thing holding me from tearing through you. This pressure builds a fault line cracking underneath the strain. How many paper cuts until you can't ignore the pain? A storm is brewing in my chest, the levee's gonna break. There's only so much disrespect a single man can take. And know the taste of metal, blood and venom on my tongue. I swallow down the fire, but the damage has been done. Every nerve is screaming, every muscle's pulled up tight. Just bite it back, boy, bite it back, and fade into the night. Yeah, I'm biting my tongue so hard I'm seeing stars. It's true, but it's the only damn thing holding me from tearing through you. Tearing through you. Just bite it back. Bite it back. Bite it back. I remember playground politics, the chalk lines and the chain link fence. Always stood on the outside, never could quite make it make sense. Heard the whispers, felt the stares, a ghost inside my own damn skin. Waited for the final bell to ring so I could just go home again. And I traced pictures on the glass of a future me, someone they know. Promised myself one day I'd rise, one day I'd finally have a place to go. Yeah, I told myself, just wait it out, this is a temporary phase. You'll grow up tall and leave this town, and they'll remember you for days. But I climbed the ladder rung by rung, I reached for dizzying heights. I got the view, I got the sun, I burned through endless city nights. I got the name, I got the praise. I thought I finally found my soul, but I'm just the same kid in a maze, still at the bottom of the totem pole. Yeah, I'm the face at the very base, losing all my self-control. Now the suits are crisp and clean, the conversation's low and fake. It's the same exclusive scene, for goodness and for heaven's sake. They laugh at jokes I never get, they trade their stories back and forth, and I'm just a silhouette, a compass pointing nowhere north. I bought the car, I paid the price, I wear the mask so they can't see that the scared kid behind my eyes is screaming to When it is hot outside, He makes it seem colder. Sometimes when I feel afraid, He kicks me to act bolder. I like the ideas He whispers in my ear, so I put them in a folder. When I cry, He comforts me with "I'll be there till you get older." My best friend is a shoulder soldier. He's small but quick. He takes the hits, he snarls and spits. So say hi to the little guy, chip on my shoulder. The boss man starts to holler, all full of fire and bluster. Chip just puffs his tiny chest and gets his courage mustered. He whispers, "That's just empty noise. Don't let that fool you, Buster." So I stood my ground and made my point and left the big boss flustered. That's my little shoulder soldier. He's small but quick. He takes the hits, he snarls and spits. So say hi to the little guy, chip on my shoulder. Some folks carry around a grudge. It's bitter and it's mean. A heavy weight upon their back, a miserable old scene. But my chip, he ain't for anger, no, he keeps my conscience clean. He's the best friend with the best advice that I have ever seen. He fights the frog that's in my throat when I try to sing a tune. He chases off the butterflies on a sunny afternoon. He helps me pick the perfect rhyme to go right after spoon. And he reminds me that I gotta pay my rent by this Tuesday noon. My best friend is a shoulder soldier. He's small but quick. He takes the hits, he snarls and spits. So say hi to the little guy, chip on my shoulder. Yeah, give a big hi to the little guy, chip on my shoulder. He ain't so bad for a little fat, chip on my shoulder. The city sounds are quiet now. Another day is gone. Staring at the ceiling, wondering where I went wrong. The dreams I held so tightly are slipping through my hands like a fistful of desert sand. But I'm holding on to a flicker in the dark, a single stubborn beating heart. They say it's all a waste of time, this uphill lonely climb. But I'm keeping the faith, yeah. Yeah, I'm keeping the faith of mine. The coffee's cold, the bills are piled, the mirror shows the strain of a man who's fought a battle in the wind and in the rain. The faces of the Leo's car broke down on a desolate road 10 miles from the nearest light. Robbed and beaten, left for dead, alone in the fading night. A politician's car sped past. He didn't have the time to spare. Then a preacher, mind on holy things, offered up a silent prayer. Then he heard the hiss of diesel brakes, an old truck grind into a halt. The driver, tired from a long day's haul, saw the scene and felt the fall. He knelt beside him in the dirt, with a first aid kit and gentle hands, helped poor Leo to his feet, said, "I think I understand." He helped him in the passenger seat and drove him to the yard door. Said, "That's a nasty break you've got, let's see what they can do and more." At the front desk, with a weary sigh, he pulled his credit card right out, told the nurse, "Just put his care on this, that's what help is all about." It's easy to look the other way, to say you're in a rush, to justify the silence with a world that asks too much. We build our walls of doubt and fear and think we're safe inside, but compassion has no borders and mercy cannot hide. So who is your neighbor? Don't look far, you don't have long to search. It isn't just the one who sits beside you in the church. Your neighbor's whomever you come across, the one who's lost and in the dust. And if you have the strength to lift them up, then you know you must. You know you must. It's easy to look the other way, to say you're in a rush, to justify the silence with a world that asks too much. We build our walls of doubt and fear and think we're safe inside, but compassion has no borders and mercy cannot hide. So who is your neighbor? Don't look far, you don't have long to search. It isn't just the one who sits beside you in the church. Your neighbor's whomever you come across, the one who's lost and in the dust. And if you have the strength to lift them up, then you know you must. You know you must. justify the silence with a world that asks too much. We build our walls of doubt and fear and think we're safe inside. But compassion has no borders, and mercy cannot hide. So who is your neighbor? Don't look far, you don't have long to search. It isn't just the one who sits beside you in the church. Your neighbor's whomever you come across, the one who's lost and in the dust. And if you have the strength to lift them up, then you know you must. You know you must. Rainy Tuesday on a forgotten street. Headlights paint the asphalt slick and gray. My coffee's cold, my soul feels incomplete. Just watching all the lonely people stray. Then you appeared, a shadow in the mist, a worn-out coat with eyes that held the storm. Something in me just could not resist, a quiet voice that whispered, keep them warm. I offered you my table and my bread. You didn't speak, just nodded with a sigh. I never caught the name you might have said, just saw the tired world reflected in your eye. We're entertaining angels unawares, with every cup of coffee that we share, a hidden test in ordinary airs, a quiet kindness or a whispered prayer. You never know, soul, you're meant to mend. When a trial is about to end, they walk among us till the very end, a holy stranger or a long-lost friend. The city hums a frantic, hurried tune. I'm lost in thought where curb and asphalt meet, a mess of worries underneath the moon. I take a step out on that busy street. My mind is miles and galaxies away. Bills to pay and dreams that fell apart. I don't see death, just inches from the day. A roaring engine aims right for my heart. Then suddenly a hand is on my back. It yanks me hard, a sharp and saving grace. empty sidewalk space. We're entertaining angels unawares, with every cup of coffee that we share. A hidden test in ordinary airs, a quiet kindness or a whispered prayer. You never know, so you're meant to mend. Or when a trial is about to end, they walk among us till the very end. A holy stranger or a long-lost friend. Who was the man who vanished in the rain? Whose was the hand that pulled me from the brink? A moment's choice to ease another's pain. A split second, faster than you think. Maybe they don't have halos, harps, or wings, just knowing eyes, a gentle guiding hand. The simple sacred hope that kindness brings, a language everyone can understand. We're entertaining angels unawares, with every cup of coffee that we share. A hidden test in ordinary airs, a quiet kindness or a whispered prayer. You never know whose soul you're meant to mend. Or when a trial is about to end, they walk among us till the very end. A holy stranger or a long-lost friend. Yeah, they walk among us in the sun and snow. So be the hand that saves, you never know. Be the shelter, watch the goodness grow. You never know. An angel in disguise, you never know.
What goes up must come down. What goes up must come down. What goes up must come down. Yeah, you know it's coming round.
The sweat is dripping, time is slipping. Got that head rush, feeling the crush. You can ride the crest, but you know the rest. What goes up must come down. Oh, it's coming down. What goes up must come down, all the way to the ground. What goes up must come down. Yeah, you know it's coming round. coming round. Yeah, you built your wings from pretty shiny things, flew too close to the sun, thought you were the only one, but gravity's a queen with a temper cold and mean, and she don't care about the crown you wear when you hit the ground. What goes up must come down. Oh, way on down. What goes up must come down from the top of your town. What goes up must come down. Yeah, you know it's coming round. What goes up must come down. Gotta come. What that goes up, what goes up down.
Sunrise is a rumor, the coffee is cold. Got a dashboard confession that's getting too old. The headlines are flashing like strobes in my eyes. Another new crisis, another surprise. The lane lines are blurring, a hypnotic design. They say hustle up buddy, you're falling behind. My foot's on the gas, yeah, it's welded right down on the freeway to get there. On the edge of the town, the market is tumbling, the glaciers are thin. The think pieces tell me the trouble we're in. The pundits are yelling, the rent's going high, so you can't really blame me for wondering why. My heart's playing drum and bass against my ribs. Got white knuckle cruise control, calling first dibs on a full-blown panic. But hey, it makes sense, this highway is cracked and we're jumping the fence. They say just relax man, enjoy the whole ride, while my rational terror is my only real guide. Yeah, my anxiety's driving, it's mapped out the fear, and it's probably good that it's taking us here. The last exit sign was 100 years back, just a smudge in the rear view, faded to black. Now the billboards are selling me permanent bliss for 3 easy payments, a synthetic kiss. Everyone's smiling, singing along to the top 40 station that's playing our song. It's called Everything's Fine, and it's been on repeat while I'm checking the mirrors for heat-seeking street sleep. The water is rising, the Wi-Fi is slow. There are 17 things you are supposed to know by the time you wake up, and I only know 3. So you gotta admit just coughed, gave a shudder inside. The needle on empty, the tank has run dry. Coasting to silence on fumes and a prayer in the vast buzzing darkness of middle of nowhere. The grip on the wheel finally starts to go slack. There's no turning round and there's no going back. Survival mode's over, the race has been run, and my body forgets what it's running from. And then a light, not a headlight, not a cop, just a porch light, maybe, far on a hill. Steady in gold in the black empty space, a period placed at the end of the chase. And the first tear that falls isn't sad and it's not weak. It's a crack in the dam, it's a drip, it's a leak. Then the floodgates just open, the levees all break. For goodness and god awful everything's sake, I weep for the mileage, I weep for the speed, for the desperate, relentless, insatiable need to just keep on driving, to just stay ahead. For all of the warnings I constantly read. It's not even sorrow, it's just a release, a rusted out valve finding long overdue peace. The tension is flowing right out of my soul, finally losing control.
I walk with a shadow that's taller than me. It wears my own clothes for the whole world to see. My small hand is lost in a much bigger palm, trying to keep up, trying to stay calm. It knows all the words I'm expected to say. It takes all the steps and it leads the whole way. I trip on the cracks in the pavement below. There's a rhythm out here that I don't seem to know. And I'm sitting in the front row, watching the show. The popcorn is stale and the lights are down low. The film is my life playing out on the screen, and I'm watching the actor who's meant to be me. Hits all his marks and he plays his part well, but the story he's in is a story I can't tell. It's all in high definition, so bright and so near, but it feels like the sound is a second behind here. The colors outside are too sharp and too loud. I get lost in the noise of a murmuring crowd. So I trace all the patterns in bricks on the wall, and I count all my footsteps so I never fall. My shadow will smile, it will nod and agree, while I'm mapping the stars only I can see. It's a beautiful world tucked away in my head, full of pathways of logic and things left unsaid. 'Cause I'm sitting in the front row, watching the show. The popcorn is stale and the lights are down low. The film is my life playing out on the screen, and I'm watching the actor who's meant to be me. Hits all his marks and he plays his part well, but the story he's in is a story I can't tell. They don't understand why this grown-up is led by a little kid's hand. They can't see the currents that pull me away, or the script that I study at the end of each day. Just trying to learn how to be in the scene and bridge the strange distance between me and the screen. And I'm sitting in the front row, watching the show. The air conditioning's humming, the lights are down low. The film is my life playing out on the screen, and I'm the ghost in the chair where I should have been. He hits all his marks and he plays his part well. It's a masterful performance as far as I can tell. It's all in high definition, so painfully clear, and the sound is just always a second behind here. My small hand is lost in a much bigger pond, walking onward together, trying to stay calm. Yeah, walking on home. Just a second behind.
These are the words of the teacher, the son of David, king in Jerusalem. Futility of futility, says the teacher. Futility of futilities, everything is futile. What does a man gain from all his labor, at which he toils under the sun? Generations come and generations go, but the earth remains forever. The sun rises and the sun sets. It hurries back to where it rises. The wind blows southward, then turns northward. Round and round it swirls, ever returning on its course. All the rivers flow into the sea, yet the sea is never full. To the place from which the streams come, there again they flow. All things are wearisome, more than one can describe. The eye is not satisfied with seeing, nor the ear content with hearing. What has been will be again, and what has been done will be done again. There is nothing new under the sun. Is there a case where one can say, look, this is new? It has already existed in the ages before us. There is no remembrance of those who came before, and those yet to come will not be